Hey everybody, we're back with this guy. Let's take a look at this thing. This is an Acer Swift 1. Now you might go, hey, didn't I already see this somewhere? Well, give me a second. I'm gonna grab it because I do have another one that I did cover. Where do I put it? It's this one here. Let's put it right in front of this one. There it is. Thank goodness it has a nice kind of matte screen. Anyway, this is the Acer one that I looked at before. It's a decent little system. Let's take a peek at the bottom of this thing. It is from 2018. Well, like all things thrift stores, they have more of these. And the reason they have more of these is because there's such a really limited systems with very little upgradability, as my last video chatted about. It's got a Pentium inside. It's a quad-core Pentium, low power type. Here's some of the side stuff. Of course, we got the Kensington lock, indicator lights, USB, card, SD card. We're on the phone, we got nothing. A nice big trackpad, no optical drive. Got an audio port, got a USB-C, which is nice to see. A couple of regular USBs, and a HDMI port with the power. So it also has a fingerprint reader right there, which is nice. Keyboard is, it's not quite standard US, but I remapped this guy, and so we're good. It's basically this is all now one big shift key. What else can I tell you about here? It's got backlighting in the keys. Yep, got the standard sort of stuff you have here. Let's see, take a look here if I can activate anything here. I don't think that's what I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, I always like this. You can shut out the touchpad if you're doing typing and stuff. I always like that. You got audio, mute, light backlighting, or rather lighting, keyboard lighting. It's probably somewhere around here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Not sure. I haven't really used this one enough in the dark to really care. But anyhow, there you go. Let us get in, and this is, opener, closer, like this. There you go. Looks very it looks very MacBookish. But yeah, super cheap find. Unfortunately, the battery's toast, so that's why it was like 20 bucks. Nevertheless, it is a pretty cool little system, and I really like the 1080p display. Yes, it does have that. So that's impressive. Let's look at the About screen. So it's running Windows 10, 64. It's got 4 gigabytes of soldered on RAM, DDR3, so it ain't going anywhere that way. You're stuck with what you got. This Intel Pentium N4200. It can turbo up from 1.1 gigahertz. It's got 128 megabytes of graphics, Intel HD, and it's got a 58 gigabyte hard drive with a recovery partition on it that works. It has 33 gigabytes of the 58 gigabytes used, so roughly about 20 something, 22 or more, 24 maybe, free gigabytes. What else can we tell you here? Yeah, 64-bit operating system. I believe it's like just the standard, not Pro. Yeah, here we go. Home, yeah. Windows 10 Home. And it's 22H2, the final version. So there you go. Zoom in over to the graphics. Yeah, we got the 128 dedicated RAM. We got shared RAM up to roughly 2 gigabytes. It's saying that it's a HD graphics 505, whatever that means. So yeah, it's associated with the Pentium. And all our drivers are looking good because it was a reset. And let's just see that it's, yep, it's picking up the 4 cores and it's got the HD graphics drivers. And because it was a factory reinstall or reset or whatever however you want to phrase that, it has all the drivers all set up. A little bump there. So we got, yeah, the Intel Pentium N4200 Apollo Lake processor, very low voltage processor. It runs on a, excuse me, a 14 nanometer process, so it's actually pretty small, and that means it runs cool. I've taken this apart yesterday when I posted the video what was inside, and there's no fan. So this thing is running just a copper kind of heat sink that the CPU is sitting on, and that dissipates the heat. So it just doesn't generate that much heat to need a fan, which is nice. This reminds me of the old 486 days. Yeah, there's the info. You see the four threads, 4 cores. Main board is going to be this, and the BIOS are as far as they can go. 2018. I was able to update this because the battery is shot. It'll always stay at 1%. It wouldn't let me do a regular BIOS update, but the trick is what you do is you run the BIOS. It expands the files from the BIOS. You go to your user folder where they're expanded, and then you move them, make a copy of them, and you can run them from there and bypass the warning or the requirement to have a certain battery capacity before you run. And it's just a setting in one of the ini files, and away you go. So I was able to install it. You got to make sure that, of course, you don't lose power or you're hooped. It has the DDR3 4 gigabytes, and it is soldered on. So when we look at the actual memory slots, we're seeing nothing because there are no memory slots. It's just soldered onto the motherboard. And there you go. Not much going on with the graphical information, but we already know it's got 128. Here's the summary of the system. Windows 10, 64-bit. It's got that Intel processor. It's got the 4 gig soldered on RAM. It's got the motherboard. It's running at 1920 by 1080. It's a nice 1080p. Love that. And yeah, it's got a SanDisk, basically soldered on SSD on the motherboard itself. So it doesn't really have the best speed. You'd probably do a little bit better with the M.2 stick if you had one. And I believe this thing actually does secretly have some kind of little slot you can put an M.2 in, but like I said, I don't have anything like that. No optical drive, and just the standard Realtek high def audio. So let's give this thing a run for its money and see how it performs. Now, I'm not holding out too high expectations, particularly with the graphics, but this is like one of those ultra portable systems. Certainly could throw this in a backpack and no problem walk it wherever you need to go. Unfortunately, with the dead battery, you're going to be limited as to what you can do with it. But most places, like I mentioned, I think a million times, is they have plugs, so I can access power and usually an internet connection. So this thing's still got a lot of life left in it. And here we go. There goes the RAM transfer speed. And here we have it. Yeah, somewhere in the 60s and 70s. So probably shake out to the above 50. That's the main thing. At 50 sort of that kind of minimum spot I like to see. Okay, so here we go. So the RAM is decent. The CPU is also quite decent. Graphics up to 74 3D frames per second, 74, and scoring 21, and then the hardware test, which is basically transfer speeds and stuff like that, is 9. Total of 417. Not bad, especially for something like this. I mean, I certainly get way higher scores from anything that has you know, an i3, 5, 7, 9, anything like that is going to have a lot more higher scores. But this is an ultra low power system, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So there you go, guys. That's it. That's the summary of that system. It's a nice little follow-up. This one's 2017. The other one I showed you was 2018. They're both basically very similar. This one is slightly thinner. And, you know, I was kind of wondering, well, what's the logic behind having a system this like limited and, you know, things soldered in and everything else with no upgradability? And I really think the strategy was, and still is for a lot of these systems, people look at Chromebooks and go, oh, well, Chromebooks, people live with Chromebooks. So can't we make something like that, but instead be running Windows on it? And then people can just, you know, they can save all their files to the cloud. What's wrong with that? Well, there's a lot wrong with that. But that's their justification for putting a 64 gigabyte SSD soldered into the system and giving you just 4 gigabytes of RAM. It's better than 2. I see some systems with 2, and that's pretty brutal. But yeah, 4 is okay. And those 4 cores, you know, this thing, it kind of has like that, all the basic stuff you would want just to get by for a Windows 10 system. And, you know, I guess for those who are adventurous and who are comfortable with Linux and the app availability that it offers, this could certainly probably do quite well with a Linux distro for those who are really interested in setting it all up and finding drivers and all that stuff. But for me, I just find it to be kind of like a very cool little portable system. And yeah, not a bad system, especially for 10. It was $20 total, plus the taxes, I guess. But yeah, $20. I thought, oh, that's a pretty good deal. I was trying to figure out why is it so cheap, and then I discovered I couldn't test it, number 1, and number 2, the battery's dead. So there you go. There you go. That's another Acer Swift 1 little portable. Some people call them couch laptops, where you can just sit them by the couch and, you know, look stuff up and, you know, do your socials and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be, I've just got it sort of refurbished. I'll definitely be taking this one to the coffee shop because it'll be just so easy. Lately I've been walking to the coffee shop because I want to get more exercise, so this is an ideal system for that. Well, that's about it. 15 minutes is quite enough me blithering away. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday late night, or I guess it's maybe Tuesday early morning, and I'll talk to you